How we doing, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. I'm your host, Mr. Humphrey, Jarvis Humphrey, that is. Health and Wealth TV. Just a little bit of an introduction. Hit that like button now. Before you even watch the video, hit the like button. Hit the like button again and again and again. After the video, go ahead and hit the notification button. Don't forget to subscribe, and also again, make sure you hit that notification button. It will allow YouTube to share these videos, and you guys should share the videos as well if you like the content that I'm producing. This is again an introduction. This video will be, life's stressors, triggers. You guys notice I got a little bit of a lisp, so excuse me. It's become treacherous the older I've gotten. But anyway, back to it. Life stressors, triggers, and trauma. Recently, I've been separated from my wife, and it's made me realize a lot of things. I've actually been married twice within a span of maybe 6 years. Let me tell you how I got there. I don't know how you put these numbers in your head, or you set goals per se, and you try to reach the goals. I said I would get married by the time I was 30. That's what I did. I was with someone who I just met, and she had all the qualities. Not gonna lie, she was great, but me personally, I was not ready mentally to get married or to be married to anyone. That'll go into the first topic, trauma. My parents were married for over 30 years, still married. They'll be over 30 years now. My dad has passed away at the age 66, 67. My mom's still living. They were married, so she's now a widow. But I've seen a lot of things growing up, and we'll touch on those things in more videos to come. Again, subscribe and you'll catch all the episodes. You guys are going to love this channel. I'm just going to tell you now. But yeah, I've seen a lot of things growing up, and I said that, my parents have been married for over 30 years, but everything wasn't peaches and cream, you guys. Everything isn't peaches and cream in life. I got 3 older brothers. There's 4 of us. She raised 4 boys. She's definitely a strong woman. My dad, mentally strong. I tell people this, or if I'm having a conversation about I love my dad to death, I don't feel that certain things he was there for, and I felt like he was living his life. Me realizing now, as a man, an older man, he was living his life and trying to figure things out himself, and that's one thing that we have to do in this world, is to be able to figure things out for ourselves, to even, engage in another person that's even in a relationship. You have to be happy within yourself to be able to make someone else happy. If you're not happy, how are you going to make someone else happy? I'm pretty sure you guys have heard that, so amen to that. And I just, there's a lot of things you don't realize. You say you grow into a man. Being a man, again, we'll touch on that more in later videos, but being a man is really knowing yourself, understanding what's right from wrong, doing right from wrong, and teaching and preaching that to others, to be able to have a better society. So that being said, all the trauma that I've been through, growing up in an urban neighborhood, being around gang activity, being around low poverty communities, having to survive in certain ways that people probably wouldn't even understand. They're like, well, you had this or you had that. You grew up in a 2-parent household. Again, everything's aren't peaches and cream, and you struggle no matter what, especially living in a low poverty community. So I just, I see now that certain situations I can handle better. You can't control what anyone else does or says. You can only control yourself, and I assure you, with the things I'm going through as of right now, making this video, that is more than the truth. You can only control yourself. You can't control others, and it's a better outcome when you handle your emotions and you handle your property better, whether the next person does the same thing or not. Um, you have to be most emotionally strong, mentally strong, and yes, physically strong as well, because you just cannot let the next person bully you, overpower you. I had an issue with that bullying growing up. You know, I don't tolerate that now. I teach all kids, nieces, nephews, my children, bullying is not the way to go. You know, there's always going to be somebody bigger and badder. No matter how big or bad you are, it's always going to be somebody bigger or badder. So teach, happiness, love, care, and all the other things will follow through. And I thought I had that going with my second marriage, and I did for a while. Um, my longest relationship without being married is about 5 years. My longest relationship with being with somebody and being married is 5 years. So I'm not seeming to get past this 5 years mark now, and I'm losing relationships that shouldn't be lost. You get to thinking, once you break up with somebody or somebody leaves you or you guys get divorced or whatever the case may be, that maybe this person should have done this or this person should have done that. This last marriage, and me still going through a divorce now, I've put everything on me. It's a very strenuous situation, because of the situation. I am not able to speak with her, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to speak with me. But things hurt, and that comes from the trauma, you know, the things that you've seen, the things that you've been through, and then the life stressors that come about. I felt like I was missing something, like I was trying to go here and leaving her down here, and I'm down in her when I'm up here, thinking that I'm up here and she's down here, and we need to be here together. And if I'm going this way, I need to bring her up with me. You know what I'm saying? We had a child, a beautiful little girl. She's 3 years old now, and all she's seen is love. And the last time I got on the phone with her, she's like, you need to be nice to mommy. 3 years old, you guys. And I'm like, you know what? And her not understanding what's really going on. And her name's Aspen. So I'm like, Aspen, you're right. I messed up, but you got the good end of the stick. You're with your mom. You're safe. You're happy. Just don't worry about daddy. Those are my words to her. And she's not going to get that now, but that's exactly what I said to her, because again, whether I'm fully healed or not, I'm really realizing certain things, which is going to help me push through to another level. So life stresses are definitely something to think about as well, and take into consideration your daily life, and also keeping the Lord first, keep God first, man. I haven't been, and I always say that I'm not religious, but I do believe in God. I'm taking these steps this time after this divorce to get closer to the Lord. I think that's what He's telling me. I had things going. I'm working. I'm trying to start businesses. I was getting things prepared. We did have a blessing to where we moved into a home that we were able to rent, for a very low price, and I just started to feel like anxiety, and my nerves were rushing every single day. And if you guys check out the shorts, I always check out the shorts. I'm be hitting you guys with shorts often. I have Tourette, so it's a neurological disorder, and yeah, my nerves are starting to run. I'm having anxiety every day, and I'm sure she feels it, because when I think back now, my wife would say that she had anxiety, whether it was for me or not. So I know she felt what I was going through, and that tells me what we're going through now, that she wasn't fully healed, and then but again, I couldn't focus. At this point, I can't focus on her. I have to focus on me, because again, if you're not happy within yourself, you can't make someone else happy. So again, and I'm just going to keep stating it and keep reiterating it, that I'm realizing a lot of things, and I'm going to get closer to the Lord, and I'm going to continue to walk His path, and He'll open up other doors for me, and He'll open up love for me again once he feels that I'm ready um, to take those next steps. I'm gonna really work on myself. At this point, this is again me telling you guys this is happening. This is me telling you guys this now. I'm thinking for the next 10 years, I need to be able to go and speak to somebody, go and talk to a therapist, somebody that I can see on a constant basis. Meaning, at this point, maybe twice a month. For the next 5 to 10 years, and maybe ease it down to a month, but consistently for the rest of my life. I think that at this point I am going to see a therapist, to be able to let my feelings out and to really have the hard conversations or answer the hard questions that I may not be able to answer myself, and that's also me speaking to my mom and having conversations with my parent or my mother, saying about certain things that I may not be knowledgeable about her life and how she grew up and the way she's taking things now. So I think that'll help. So you guys, you definitely, if you can't speak to a family member or there's no friend that you can speak to, especially us Black Americans, we have this, and men, Black American man is really is who I'm speaking to. We have this thing that we don't want to go see the doctor. We don't want to go to the dentist. We don't want to seek any type of medical attention because we're built to be so strong. But we have a voice as well. We have a heart. We have feelings as well. And you guys need to go and talk to somebody. If you can't talk to a friend or family member, talking to a stranger is probably the best thing that we can actually do. And that's the first thing that comes out of our mouth. Why am I going to go talk to a stranger? And I said that to my wife the day that we had our last argument. And I think there's a lot of things that I said to her, also not apologizing to her that day that it happened could have changed things. But again, I at this point, at me sitting here today, I feel like it was God's destiny for us to separate and get divorced and go our separate ways and maybe just raise our daughter together, which again right now is a tough situation. I pray for that. I'm all for that, and I can sit here and say that I'm strong enough to be able to do that, because I can say that it hurts. I am grieving. I'm going through pain, and there's steps of grieving. Again, I will get into in later videos that a lot of Americans, Black Americans, don't understand, or people in general. I don't want to base this channel off of Black Americans, although I am a Black American, and there are things that I feel like we go through that a lot of other races can relate to, but probably wouldn't fully understand because, again, they're not a Black American. But what was I saying? I'm fully awake to be able to co-parent with my daughter's mother. I still love her to death. I think I will always love her, no matter if I'm married to somebody else, no matter if she's married to somebody else. That love and that bond that I created because I was so passionate about will always be there. We created, as far as my half goes, I created our child with that passion. So yeah, the trauma, the life stressors. Forgot the third one. It'll be in the description. I probably didn't go over that much. But those two main things are a big part of you opening up another portion of your brain. What I want you guys to do as well is go check out the book Outwitting the Devil. I forgot the author's name, but the book is called Outwitting the Devil. I get to doing a video and mine just goes blank, but there's a lot of the videos out there, entrepreneurs and millionaires and billionaires, when they're asked the question, what books would you recommend? And that's one of the books that they do recommend. And I had already had it. I started to read it back in 2018, and I should have finished reading that book. I feel like it is. And this is me again as a Black man, or a man in general, putting things on my shoulders. There's things I should have continued to do, because again, when I explain to you guys my full story, there's certain reasons why I can't do that at this point. But I was going through something with my first wife. The same situation with my first wife is similar to this situation with my current wife, as far as us getting a divorce. So that's what I mean by I wasn't healed properly, and I should have took the time to heal properly to be able to put myself in another position to be with another woman who I want to cherish and I want to love and I want to be able to nurture. I want to take care of. We had a child together. She has two other children that I love to death and wouldn't dare think about harming them in a physical manner. You know what I'm saying? Whatsoever. I just wanted to teach and love them the way I really didn't have in the way I knew that I could provide for them, per se, without them having their fathers right then and there in their lives. One had a father, but he was in a different state, so it's hard to father. Like now, acting off of impulse is another thing, because I just wanted to, once the situation happened, I just wanted to move out of state like I've always wanted to do. Just wanted to move out of state, get away, start new, start fresh, which I still might do, but there's things that I have to take care of first. And again, a big factor is my daughter. I'm definitely not leaving her behind. I'm going to stay in her life day to day, month to month, year to year, as much as possible, as much as I'm allowed to. That's a very important thing to me, because of my other situation with the other children that I have. And again, this is just an introduction video, you guys, so you guys will get a more full-on story, with what I'm going through and why I started this channel and where we're trying to take it. So again, I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button so when I upload, you guys are notified right away. Share these videos, because someone's son, someone's child, someone's nephew, someone's mother, someone's father, someone's baby needs to hear this as they're growing up. So take it from me, you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and stay tuned for what's next. I'll catch you guys on the next one. It's Health and Wealth TV, baby. Peace out.